Our parents, they really do seem the worst sometimes, don't they? I mean, especially for around my age, they would feel that everything that they say is against us, and everything that they think of is old school. But believe me, if it is those old school thoughts that convince me to stand up here and talk about them, I wish the world listened to them more. So, something happened recently that completely changed my opinion about them. I had a badminton tournament a while back. I came into the court full of confidence and the will to annihilate. And then he comes, my opponent, about half my height. I was dying of laughter inside me. I thought, so he is the mouse coming to challenge me for the trophy? So be it. Serve, said the referee, and the mouse I told you about served in speeds, positions, and heights I had never dreamed of before. That kid, half my size, was embarrassing me in front of everybody I knew. And oh boy, was the service maddening. After every point, the mouse was celebrating and shouting, and that really unnerved me. After a certain point, I just gave up, fell apart, leaving the mouse the victory. And my dad, he was very mad. He was furious, not at my loss, but at the fact that I gave up. Then came the few minutes of my life which I could never forget. He said that life happens. The unexpected, the uncalled for, the unintentional. It may be your food. It may be your badminton match. It may be the marks on your paper that's screaming that you aren't smart. You can break physically. You can break mentally. You can break your heart. And all of those are going to leave a mark, but the mark that they leave can either be the mark of victory or they can be the mark of defeat. It is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing. It's who you listen to. Because right now, you're walking through a valley between two voices. One is wisdom, one is worry, one is gratitude, one is grumbling, one is faith, one is blame, one is me, one is your mind. Because every time you break and in every way that you break, there's a chance for you to give up. There's a chance for you to fall apart, but there's also an opportunity for you to stand up, to stay strong, to get smarter, to get faster, to get more stable, to get more resilient, and to get better. At first I was like, You isn't mad at me? When lectures come, they usually just go over my head. But this one, pre-minute of the speech, pierced through my ribcage and directly touched my heart. And it didn't end there. It was the last few minutes that really got to me. He continued. Life doesn't care who you are, or what you are, or even how you are, because when it wants to, it's going to come at you with everything it has got, and will do anything to see you get lost to a point where the only thing where you should find in the right place is your will to win. So regardless of what happens to you in life, regardless of the adversity, regardless of the trial and tribulation, regardless of the opposition, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. You shouldn't retreat. You shouldn't run. You should not care about what they say on paper. You should not care if they say that you're outnumbered. You should live by this and you should die by this. You shouldn't retreat. If I were you, I wouldn't retreat. I would stand there, I would die there, and I would live for what I stand for, and what I stand for is the will to win. And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you're supposed to be, that is when you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken. These 2 minutes single-handedly changed my mindset towards life. My year till now has been hectic to a fanatic level. I've had my 2 class assemblies, a choir, a basketball competition, some other activities, but what kept me going was this speech, and I like to call it the speech. The speech helped me answer one question. What do you do when your battles start choosing you? I mean, I'm very clear that life is not always that easy. I'm sure some of you are here today and are going through the toughest seasons of your life. And here was my answer. There will be seasons where I will suffer. There will be seasons of real pain, but what really matters is how I will respond in those situations. I had another question a month ago. What's my why? I need a why, don't I? Yes, I need a why because someday I'm not going to want to get up, and that why is going to push me and say, get up. Your mama needs you. Your father needs you. Your family needs you. Get up. That why is going to push me when I can't push myself. One day when I'm going to want to give up, Their why is going to give me that edge I need, that advantage I need, that lift I need to get to the next level. Cardiograms. Have you ever seen one? If you notice that cardiograms, they have those short, jagged lines moving in short intervals. They go up, down, up, down, but when they stop, it's all over. Life. Life is just like an ECG diagram. If it goes smoothly, you're dead. So I started about talking how my parents are annoying sometimes. Then I talked about that badminton tournament, then the legendary speech, some questions which I answered on my journey, and now here I am talking about what I learned. So after these 8 minutes of continuous speaking, what did I actually learn? The first thing that I learned were that mice are not a force to deal with. I mean, if that kid half my size could beat me, what could a guy bigger than me do? Anyway, jokes apart, I learned that parents, oh my god, they're gonna help you in every way they can. I have learned to consult them more, and every time they give me their opinion, nothing goes wrong. And for example, this speech, this talk which I'm giving, I was about to talk about some famous guy, but then my mom said, "Beta, talk about you, talk about yourself." Then it clicked. Oh, that speech, if it helped me, it would definitely help everyone listening to me. But the main thing that I learned was that life is just a cardiogram of vicissitudes that is on your way to total success. And parents, they're your lifeguard and tour guide on your journey of this gruesome world of problems. Thank you.